All right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
How's that song go? They say yeah. 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 You know what song that is?
I thought you were talking about the 2 Chainz song when it's like, yeah!
I don't even know what 2 Chainz. You're talking about Lil Jon. It's like, yeah! That one?
Maybe,
Yeah, you're talking about
I
Lil
thought it
Jon.
was 2 Chainz.
One of the little ones.
That's hilarious.
I'm singing. You know the song. It sounds like, you know. Yeah.
No.
It's Destiny's Child. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bill? Can you pay my automobile? If you did, then maybe we can chill. I do think you do. So you and me are through.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. I know what are
Such
you
a good
talking
song.
about.
Such a good song. See, this is why all girls are gold diggers nowadays. Because we grew up listening to "Can you pay my bills? If you can't, we can't chill."
That's a crazy
I
statement.
love it.
That's
I
a crazy
love
statement.
it. Men should be providers, like 1,000%. Men should pay for women's bills, 1,000%.
The fuck? That's a whole ass conversation, son. Ooh, it starts spicy. Yeah. But in that regard, if the guy is gonna pay for the bills, at least have the decency to dress in a way that the guy feels comfortable.
You and this dressing thing.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm deceived. Okay.
Well, you gotta give some, you gotta take some.
Hello.
I'll pay for the woman, and then that woman better act like a lady.
Good morning, New York.
You wanna dress like a sub, pay for yourself.
Actually, that's a good topic. We can talk about that next week. I would love to talk about that next week because
about what?
Men
paying for it?
Men paying and women responsibilities and just kind of because you know how nowadays like because there are so many gold diggers and all that stuff like it's going back to like oh yeah men should pay for everything blah blah but girls want to still do whatever they want and I'm like okay well that's not fair to the
exactly
man.
That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah and I'm 100% agreeing with you like I would love to be a stay-at-home wife that has a hobby.
Yeah.
That has a hobby that pays. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but there's also the stereotype of women staying at home cheating, you know? Especially here in the US. So, like, you go to yoga and then you're fucking the yoga instructor or something like that. You know,
that's
there's
horrible.
It's horrible. But there's a stereotype that, unfortunately, has happened before.
If a man is paying for everything that I'm doing...
How the decency to not fucking
I don't know how to say this without being disgusting to my own brother. If I had a man paying for my bills and you know I'm doing the stay-at-home housewife thing, I would not cheat. I will put it at that. I would not cheat.
You got to do for that. Like, please your man. Don't please another dude.
But you know what? Men be tripping sometimes because, yeah, you are doing financial things, but like they be lacking on the emotional. Like, okay, we get it. You got the bag. Congratulations, do you want to start? That's
but it's a different
job.
Kind of pressure.
That's literally your job.
The provider pressure is different for men than it is for women. Because I'll put it this way: have you ever seen those videos of women? It's like, oh, I'm so broke, so I start going out on dates just so guys could pay for my dinner, so I wouldn't have to pay for that. That's Exhibit A, brothers. Exhibit A.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a different kind of thing.
I do it all the time.
Like guys will not do that. Even if you're broke and you're trying to go out with somebody, you'll be like, okay, like, fuck, like, I might not eat good the rest of the week, but I'm going out with this girl on this day. I want to treat her right, and I'm going to suck it up on my own the rest of the week.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
And women are like, no, I'm going out with a different dude every day so I can get a meal every day of the week. The fuck? You're for the streets, huh?
Or we're just broke. This is our way of finessing the system because you men can't do it, you know, unless you're like you get yourself a sugar mama and you have multiple, you know what I'm saying? Then you can do it. But for us girls, it's just part of the game. Like obviously the game is the game. You know, hate the player, you don't hate the game. Guys have different rules. Like I get it, and girls do too. This is part of our game. Like honestly.
Okay, yeah, but as a guy, if the girl that I like, I found out that she's been doing that. Okay, like how many guys have you gone out with?
Yeah.
How many guys have you fucking?
Mm-hmm.
Because some guys expect sex after dinner. What makes me think that you're not one of those girls that is like, you know what, like might as well we're already here, whatever.
Well, I think that depends on the vibe and the girl. Like if
some of the girls that look like good girls are freaks. There's not like.
I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
But
You never know.
yeah, it's part of the game. Like I said, it's just it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Like I haven't said that in a long time. Hello. Yeah, it's just I just like sometimes it just broke, and like sometimes we don't.
I'm broke too. I'm broke right now. The hell.
Sometimes we just want to get a good meal. There's I'm not gonna lie. There's been some
dick sandwich.
No, I won't sleep with the man. I honestly I don't. Let me not put my eye. Women, some women, the people that they have in their roster. There you go. The roster does not always mean that you're gonna smash. There's so many. Your roster is full of different men. It's full of the one that you actually like, the one that is obsessed with you and you kind of like, but you can tell that he likes you more than you like him, and that's usually the best one. That's usually the best one because that's the one that's gonna treat you the best.
That's a simp.
That's the best one. Then there's the one that is just
that's crazy. That's the best one. Yet you wouldn't choose him
because you want somebody else. The heart wants what it wants. The heart wants what it wants. We can control. Honestly, people.
He's the best one, but I wouldn't choose him even though I know he's the best one.
Because my heart is not 2025. There. Because the heart is not there.
So they're using you. They're using you, brother. Walk away from the bitch.
Ooh.
They're using you. That's a good boy face. Get your bad boy face.
Don't say that out loud. You're gonna ruin it for me.
I'm looking out for my bros.
No. Okay, so you have that one. Then you have sometimes people have just to mess around with. Like there's some friends with benefits type thing, and it's just that. Those relationships are usually the most calm, because it is what it it's very clear
this is for that and that's it.
It's just for that and that's it. And I personally love those type of relationships because I'm like, listen, don't expect none from me, and I don't expect anything from them. But then when they start doing the most, I'm like, I'm gonna stop you right there because you're just wasting your time. So that's different. And then another part of the roster is just people that you have that know that they like you, but you're not gonna give them wings. You're not gonna give them hope, but they're there and they want to take you out, and that's a free meal. Hello.
That's crazy as fuck.
I've done it so many times. Hell yeah. 85% of my dates that I go to are because I wanted to go somewhere or, I have, okay, when I say that I do that, I have a good time with the dude. You know what I'm saying? It's not literally hey, you're taking me out to eat and that's it. There's good combo, there's good vibes, but you just know that they like you and you're just using them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do.
Oh, you're I'm very much familiar with this.
Actually, I'm not, because I've always been clear with women in that regard. I've been fortunate enough. I might not be the best looking motherfucker in the world, but I've been lucky enough to have enough success with women where I don't have to beg anyone for attention.
I know, you ugly as fuck to me. No, I'm just kidding.
It takes one to know one.
I'm just kidding. Boy, I'm gorgeous. People lust after these phones. Nah, stop. You know what? You're getting all this energy because it's early in the morning.
For real.
Today we are recording before even midday, before we even go to work. It's just a different vibe. We're drinking coffee in the morning for once.
For real.
Actual morning coffee.
How cool is that? That's crazy. That's definitely a whole ass conversation. Because I do not agree with that shit.
I love it.
It's crazy.
But it's also it takes very much self-awareness of this is what I'm doing, and you just have to be very clear with people. Honestly.
Well, they're not. That's the thing. Okay, but will you be honest and be like, dude, I don't like you. I don't want to go out with you, but I'm broke. Can you take me to dinner?
No!
That's being honest.
Yeah, but there's a finesse. There.
So you're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're manipulating the truth.
I'm not manipulating the truth. I want to hang out with this man.
Yeah, so he can pay for it.
No, because you want to go out, and we're gonna go out together, and we're gonna have a good time together. It's not it's an exchange. It's definitely an exchange. They may not know. I'm hey.
They might not know. That's the thing. They might not know. But
but you also don't want to assume right away. It's oh, this man wants to take me out because he wants to bang. You know what I'm saying?
They probably do.
But I don't like to assume. That's the thing. I don't like to assume what men want. Because it's just like, okay, like you could be all that in a bag of chips, but then like, hey, I just wanted to grab a drink, or like I just
then
wanted
do
to have
the friendship test. Ask them for a fuck. Be like, hey, will you be DTF? If they say yes, now you know where you're standing with that guy.
What man is gonna say no to a woman?
I will say no. I had a couple offers for people at work, and I'm like, nah. Especially because they
like straight up they asked you like, hey, do you want to engage?
Pretty much they like, hey, when I go back to my place for a couple drinks, and it's just you and me. I'm like, girl, like us alone, an apartment, drinks, alcohol.
That doesn't always mean we're banging. It just doesn't.
It's just a vibe. Before. It's just a vibe.
Okay, but that's another point. Like for example, I'm gonna put a real example that I had a couple of weeks ago. I went out with this dude. We went out for drinks, and then we went back to his apartment. There was never been like any flirting. There's never been that type of vibe that like we want each other. We just like vibed, right? And then he invited me over to his place, and I had that thought, and I was like, you know, but I didn't want to assume. So I was like, okay, yeah, fine, like let's go. Again, there wasn't any flirting going on, so that's why I said yeah. We hung out, we listened to music, we maybe had like a shot or two at the most, and we just talked, and it was literally like we just vibed, and there was no advancements, none of that. Like there are friends like that of the opposite sex, and I appreciate those friendships because for whatever reason that we bond, it's not because you want to bang.
Yeah.
Like thank you, you know. But don't get it twisted. I feel like if I would have made the advancement, I could have, you know.
And he would have taken it.
But I feel like all men would take an advancement, unless you're like a strong man. You're like, you know what? Like I'm good. Like I don't need to bang. You know?
Yeah. Not a lot of people are like that. That's what I'm saying. Do the friendship test. Straight up be like, hey, you wanna hook up tonight? If they say yes, you know whether you're standing with them. If they say no, then they're truly just your friends. But if they say yes, then there's room for something else.
I don't think that any of my friends, even if it's just like super platonic, if there's never been any of those vibes, I really feel like
because like, we don't confess right away, but that doesn't mean people don't have a crush on you.
That's lame. Because I'm not friends with men just because I have a crush on them.
Not a crush in the sense that I want to marry you, but in the sense that you look good, like a wonder.
That's the thing. It's the wonderment.
That's the thing.
Nobody's gonna say no. You know, some people would. Honey never hurt nobody.
Some people would. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you think they're really your friends and
it's just friends,
and it's just friends, then do the fucking friendship test.
Yeah.
Call them straight up, bitches. Be like, hey, wanna bang tonight? If they say no, then he's your friend.
I like that.
But if they say yes, then you know there's always room for something. There's a little lust in that friendship.
But that's just men in general.
Some women will definitely fuck a couple of their friends because they find them hot. They might not say it, but they would.
True.
The train runs both ways, people.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, if you're a free person, I think honestly,
don't be free, hoes. Those STDs are free.
Ooh, okay. I didn't say don't be safe. I didn't say that.
Bitches are not safe, especially in places like Atlanta. That place is cruel.
I don't know.
I heard the stories. I've never been in those circles.
Good. I don't know the stories. I don't want to know the stories.
The stories are crazy, brother. They are bananas.
My thing about that is like I wouldn't hook up with somebody that I don't know.
A lot of people do that thing. That's the whole club scene.
Much. We talked about that. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much the club scene.
You know what? Do you know what's the saddest statement? It's gonna sound so lame, but like when I was younger and like when I was first starting to go to the clubs, I went out like I was like I want to take somebody. Like I wanted to do that like in the movies. You know what I'm saying? I was like I want to have
Jersey Shore story.
Yeah, I wanted to have that Jersey Shore moment. It never happened for me. Jesus, thank you. Like honestly, that was God looking out for me because that's crusty. Like that's crusty as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I tried so hard. I can remember 3 different instances that I went to the club with my friends, and I was like,
scanning for.
Yeah, I was like literally like scanning, like Barney. You know, like I had like a peripheral going on, and that would be my goal. Like I would start talking to the guy, blah, blah, blah. For whatever reason, it never happened for me. And I was so upset. Yes! I was like,
I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough.
I was like, no, I know I'm all that.
But that's a thing that some people do believe. That does fuck with women's mentality a little bit. Because You go out, you get dressed up, you get all the makeup, you look pretty as fuck, you feel beautiful, you feel sexy, and then nobody wants to take you home. That has to run, especially with like young girls, like barely 21, 22. That has to fuck with your head.
I mean, when it happened to me, I didn't die.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel any less attractive, or I just feel like honestly, I just felt like the guys that I approached, like, yeah, we were vibing, but we weren't vibing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, if the connection is just not there, like, and obviously, like, I guess I understood this as I got older, is that you're not gonna find a fucking connection at the club. Like, let's be real.
You're not gonna. I don't know. I'm not saying connection. I'm just saying like physical attraction.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the type of connection I'm talking about. Because like you have to both be like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I've seen some people that are just horny in the moment. They like want to do it. Let's go. Especially in places like Atlanta. I'm saying like big cities have that vibe. New York, California, bro.
It just never happened for me. It was like the club. The
club wasn't clubbing in that way.
The club wasn't clubbing in that way for me. Like the club has never clubbed for me. Like
the club wasn't Jersey for you.
I didn't get my Jersey Shore experience. Like I didn't have that group of friends that would like, you know what I'm saying? Like they would go like bug wild, you know. And it was
maybe you're not the craziest person at the club.
Yeah, I'm the craziest of the group. Fuck.
You're not the craziest of the group.
Not at the club.
Not at the club. Because I know some girls that like they will literally take their shirts off.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. See, I'm a classy hoe.
There's no such a thing as a classy.
There is such a thing as a classy hoe. There is such a thing because like we talk about the clothes thing, right? There's one of my girlfriends. I love her so much. She's one of my best friends. My girl's always naked. I'm all for nakedness. Like I really am. But like you know my rule: if you're showing leg, don't show titties. If you're showing titties, don't show leg.
Yeah, I respect that rule.
I love that rule. I think it's so beautiful. It's so classy. This girl, one time we went out and I didn't have any clothes, so she let me borrow it. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like,
I look like a skin.
I was like, I'm literally a hooker. Like I put me on the side of the road and I'm good to go.
That's my thing. If you dress in a way that people confuse you for a hooker, or it's like some kind of outfit that you see in a fucking porn video, like bro, that's too much.
Okay, it wasn't like that.
Do you say that you look like a hooker?
I mean, not like a street.
But if
hooker.
it's short and like if it's short on both ends, like it gives a different vibe.
But it wasn't like when I think of a hooker, I think of like see through. I think obviously like lots of cleavage and lots of ass, but there's like a finesse to it. Like you can't mistake a hooker. I guess that was my mistake for saying that. But I just felt very naked. I didn't feel like a hooker. I felt very naked. Like I was like, girl, like there's the imagination is for what? Like the imagination is not there. You know exactly what you're gonna get. And I was just like, okay. And she always looks great. She has this finesse about her that she doesn't look vulgar.
That's crazy. I need to see a picture of this bitch.
She doesn't look vulgar. She looks sexy, very sexy. It's a little too sexy for me, but she rocks it. I'm like, yeah, you got it. Like that's her style, and she looks amazing, and I'm all for it.
What's up, Fight
Team? Oh no, I wanted to play stuff.
But yeah,
I need to see a picture of this bitch.
Okay.
Let me see, because I've seen so many. Instagram is a place to go to know what truly is going on with somebody.
I think she has like traveling pictures. I don't think she has like pictures of when she goes out.
Okay, I respect that.
Okay. This is, you know,
that's her.
That's her.
I was expecting more.
But you know what I'm saying? She's showing belly and her skirt is so short. Damn, she only has pictures of her going on vacation. I love it. Okay, this is like another outfit that if I would wear it, I would be like, I'm naked.
Yeah.
I'm like, look how short that is. And she looks good. Like, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she only has pictures of her on vacation. Good for her.
Yeah, she looks good. But
she doesn't look vulgar, right? She doesn't look like, oh, look at me. She just looks like a city girl out and about.
I guess. I don't know.
Would that be too much for you?
Yes.
That's a no for you.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
Because she looks like a good girl. It's just like the face is like, okay, she's chill.
Yeah, she's not a whore by any means.
But the dress gives a different vibe.
She just knows she's that bitch, and she is that bitch. Like I can't blame her. She has a nice body.
What does that bitch mean?
That she can rock it, kind of like Megan Thee Stallion.
Mhm.
Like Megan Thee Stallion obviously is a glamazon and everything. She's got the curves, she's got the titty face. Like she literally has it all. She's that type of woman. And she could wear whatever and she's gonna look good.
Yeah.
She's that girl. That's what I mean.
Yeah. But if you look good, why choose to dress with the thing that makes you look the more skanky?
Because we look good. Because we're not gonna be this young again. You gotta flaunt it. You know, if I had.
Okay, well, let me put it this way. Let's think of classy people. Marilyn Monroe. She never dressed like that, yet she looked absolutely gorgeous. She looked classy.
Classy to the standard of those times.
So
it
what's
was
gonna
scandalous.
be? What's gonna be in 30 years? Like bitches naked?
Well, that's what we have right now.
We're getting close as well.
That's why we're there. It happened this weekend.
We are.
it was there. It's not gonna happen in 30 years. It is here. The year, not the year, but like maybe maybe the era of acceptance of nakedness is here.
I don't think so.
It's been shoved so much in our faces. So let's talk about this. I'm ready to talk about this. I'm ready to talk about this. Y'all don't look at my feet, okay?
Yeah, you gotta pay
y'all
for
don't get
that.
that for free.
Yeah, for real. And start that shit.
Okay, but they're nice.
Money.
Ew.
Hit me up.
Hear me up. Hit me up for the private link. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay,
so the Grammys happened this week.
Yeah, I was gonna say VMAs. I'm glad you said Grammys. Oh. You're right. Yeah, so
they said the VMAs or something.
This is the Video Music Awards.
Yeah.
The Grammys are the Grammys.
Yeah.
So the Grammys happened this weekend, and the most controversial thing that I've seen come out of it so far is Kanye West and Bianca. I have mixed emotions about this. Miss Girl said, literally, like, maybe not like, you know that emoji of that person standing, just like literally standing just like this?
Yeah.
That was her. That was her literally naked.
For real. You know what I thought of? What's that black girl that went viral a couple of weeks ago when she was like shaking her ass and her face looked like miserable?
Ice Spice?
Yeah.
That she disassociated when she was twerking?
So it kind of gave the same vibe because the girl was naked, but her face was like, I'm not here, you know?
So there's a lot of things going on with that. Like, people are saying that she's been forced, that this is not by her will, that Kanye is doing this, that, and the other. And honestly, I don't get that vibe. And people are saying like Kanye does this, like Kanye is he treats women like accessories, like he just sees it like it's just another piece of clothing. And you know what? I don't know why this argument is going on because we're acting like Kanye West hasn't done this before.
For real.
Like, hello, Kim Kardashian break the internet. She also posts naked, and it was Kanye's ideas. Like she said, like Kim Kardashian said. This did she say that? I don't
know. I don't follow them enough.
I don't actually hold on. I don't remember if she said that it was Kanye's idea, but like Kanye was part of the process.
Yeah.
Like he was there, and they were both willing. Like obviously Kim was willing. I think that Bianca is willing. I think that Kanye is a fashion person that does use women as accessories, but that's kind of his vibe. Like, that's what you're kind of signing up for.
But using your wife is crazy at the same time.
But then don't sign up for that. Like, you knew what you were getting into. Like, I'm talking about Bianca.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you have free will.
Yeah, but I will have to know the relationship. Because, I mean, some people have been forced into doing things that they don't want to in relationships, you know? Like, Johnny Depp dealt with this crazy bitch for years before everything became a thing. Mm-hmm. And he didn't even come forward. It was her who sued him, and then everything came out.
And then he sued her.
Yeah. But I mean, after everything happened and everything came out of the closet, but before that, nobody really knew anything. So maybe there's like one of those situations where nobody really knows because we're not in that relationship. Maybe she's been forced, maybe she's not.
I mean, whether she's been forced, and I really hope that she's not. I don't get the vibe that she is. Like, honestly.
Me neither.
Although her face, I will say she doesn't look happy. She doesn't look like, and this is not comparison in like a mean way, but like, for example, Kim Kardashian, she was happy as hell to be naked. She was like, yeah, take the pics. This girl, every time that we see her naked, because it's not the freaking first time, she just doesn't look like, yeah, I'm doing this. But I also just don't think that she's been forced.
I feel from an outside perspective, because I don't follow them at all. Like, I don't think Kanye's I mean, he's a good musician. He's just like too crazy for me.
He's a little crazy.
He says shit out of pocket one too many times for my taste.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like because he dated Kim Kardashian and she was the way she is, and that was like her whole persona. Kanye has these other women, so people often compare her to Kim, so she kind of has to live up to the expectations.
That's a good point. I mean, she resembles Kim. It's not like her twin or anything, but he's got a type.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know what we're acting like. This is brand new for Kanye West, and like this is like, oh my gosh, Kanye's abusing women. It's like my guy used to date Ruby Rose. Like he likes women that are out here. He likes women that expose their bodies, that show their bodies to the world, that are. I mean, if you really think of like Ruby Rose, Kim Kardashian, and Bianca, they have similar silhouettes. They're not twins, but they're curvy women. They have big boobies and they have a big ass and they have a small waist. Like he likes he.
I like it.
Shit. Twitch their own. But it's like, okay, this is not brand new. Like I don't know why the internet is acting like this is Kanye. Like I'm sorry you're like 14 and don't understand it, but like when we were 14, he was already doing this. You know what I'm saying?
But has Kim ever won one of those awards naked like that? Because I mean, I remember that one time when you told me that she became an icon when she was like completely covered and everybody knew that it was her.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that was the opposite.
And I love it. It was such a power move. So
has she come out naked like this?
I don't think she had. No.
What's the most naked she's ever been in public? Because we know about the pictures that broke the internet and all that kind of shit, but
I don't think she's ever showed up naked.
Was the most?
I mean, if anything, like a sheer dress type of vibe, maybe like a nude dress to make the illusion. But like we've never.
You couldn't see her nipples or her vagina.
We couldn't see her nipples or her vagine like on a red carpet. But that's because Kim was a little bit classier than that. Like I know it sounds redundant. I know. I saw your face. I know it sounds like she's not classy, but Kim is a little bit more classy. Like Kim would never.
But that's what I'm saying.
Kim would never.
She's living to the expectation that she's expected to be this Kim Kardashian lookalike because of who she is with.
I think that's a stupid narrative because she's not Kim Kardashian. She will never be Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but people compare her. But people compare her because of who she's with right now. Like, the media, they fucking act like that all the time, so they will always compare apples to oranges.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of gone. When I saw that, because I was scrolling through TikTok. What was I doing today? I don't know when it was. So actually, I was watching the live stream on TikTok, and I got and then I got like just like the red carpet things, and I saw it, and I was like, hello, like she's butt naked, like, but not even pasties. I really want to know if she had a pasty down there, because if she didn't, it's kind of weird. At least have for sanitary reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for sanitary. You don't know what's in that carpet, girl. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Again, I have mixed feelings about this because
I have one feeling only.
I have mixed feelings because I get it. And let me finish this thought before you roll your eyes. I get it for fashion's sake, but that does not mean that it's good fashion. Like, if you're showing me your naked body because you have a banging silhouette, amazing, right? You have your silhouette is your silhouette. But are we now considering naked bodies fashion?
There's a way to do things.
There's a way to do things.
I've seen nude photography. I think that's very sensual because they play with. I guess I don't know what it's called, but I've seen it like black, especially black and white when they play with shadows. I freaking love those kind of like shoots because they look so sensual, but they don't look like, hey, look at me, look at my
titties,
look at my holes,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I appreciate that. That to me is sensual and a little more classy.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you do it in front of everybody, that's what like really blows my mind. Because that's what I was that's what I was telling you yesterday. Like my main problem with people dressing like that is not the fact that you're just a woman. I see it from the point of view that what if my mom dressed like that?
Mm-hmm.
What if my daughter dressed like that?
Mm-hmm.
What if my sister dressed like that?
What if I did that? What would you like?
I will give you a lot of shit. I will give you.
What would you really do? Let's say that I was dating Kanye West, and that was me. What would you do? What would you say?
I will call you and be like, "What the fuck were you thinking?" I will ask for an explanation of like, why are you acting like a whore?
I'm gonna say it's fashion.
Fuck your fashion. Like, why are you disrespecting the family by you dressing like that? Because now everybody's
disrespecting the family. That's crazy.
Yeah, because now I'm known as the brother of these bitches that went naked to the red carpet.
I didn't even think about the family. Like I
probably she didn't do it.
Yeah, I wonder what her family thinks then.
Because that's the thing. Like, if you have a rapist in the family, like you don't want to talk about that shit. If you have like a bad negative member of your family, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to be associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I see that and I'm like, damn, is that my mom? Like, bro, like everybody's like lusting over my mom. Everybody wants to like stay at my mom's tits. Like, I don't even look at my mom's tits, but the whole world is doing
weird.
it.
Yeah,
like that's weird. Like, why are you putting me in that situation?
Yeah,
that's like having an OnlyFans and like your middle school kid doesn't watch it, but every one of their friends does.
Everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah, and everybody knows that your mom is getting banged.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's just like like a very dirty business.
It's funny that you say that because I guess it's kind of like where you and I kind of differentiate.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like you're talking about like, oh, let's think about the family. I wouldn't even think about the family. I would think of like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this for fashion, for myself, or like the world, whatever? I wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be so not what this is about that I would completely forget about like, oh, how's my family feeling? But I mean, that's a good point. Like, I didn't think about that. I don't know if she thinks about that. Does she have family? Is her family still alive? Like, I don't know, you know? Like,
so they want to talk about it? That's the thing.
But I mean, it's not like the media outlets are going to their house and be like, what did you think about your daughter?
No, they don't. But you know it as a person.
Uh-huh.
Like that's like I don't know, like a negative connotation.
Would you be ashamed of me?
Yes.
You would be ashamed?
Yeah.
Would you be disappointed?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that would hurt me. I wouldn't do it just for the fact that I wouldn't want to disappoint my family. I mean, I'm never gonna do that. Disclaimer: I'm never gonna show up butt naked anyway, unless. No. But get this. I think you're gonna like this. Well, maybe not on me, but you know, like this. I feel like this would be fine if it was like body paint. Body paint is cool.
It's cool.
Body paint, like naked body paint.
But maybe if it was like a photo shoot, you know, I feel like there's difference. The fact that you're in public in front of so many strangers, like that's what's crazy. The
only way that I would do it if I was cosplaying on Halloween to be Mystique.
That'd be kind of cool. Although that's
badass. Like she's butt naked, but she has pasties on, but you can't tell that she's naked because she's colored, all that stuff. Like that's one of like my actual like Halloween costume drinks.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously that requires a lot of everything.
Yeah.
But that's the only way that I will be like, hey, I'm here naked. You know?
Yeah. That's bananas.
That is bananas. Because like, imagine showing up to a party like that.
I mean, that'd be cool, but no. Because I think that there's so many cool ideas that you can dress as that doesn't require like why the need to be naked. Like think about it like Nemesis. Like that shit looks awesome. Mm-hmm. You know, like all the tubes and bazooka and the makeup, the eye, no lips. The costume, like that look like you see that shit and you're like, shit, I want to take a picture with that dude. Like I don't even know it, but I want to take a picture with that thing because it looks so cool. Mm-hmm. People that take a picture with you because you're naked, you know what they're taking. You know why they're taking the picture. It's not because they think you look good. It's because you think you look good, you know?
It's giving corn convention.
Yeah.
Like very much ADN awards. Yeah. And it's just crazy. It's great. I'm just like, okay, girl. You know what? You know what the problem is too? I think that we are so used to it by now. We're like, okay, titties and vagina everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I wasn't like, when I first saw it, I wasn't like, I was like, I was like, oh wow, you can really see her nipples. I was like, wow.
Me too. I zoom in. I was like, hold on.
Not you zooming in, bitch.
I mean, I thought it was a blur at first, but I was like, hold on, like that doesn't look like completely blur.
Yeah.
So I was like, what?
I noticed right away. I was like, this is not a blur, and these are not pasties. This is just the dress. This is just the way that the dress is made. And then I didn't zoom in her vagina or anything like that.
I didn't do that. Yeah, I just did for the book.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't zoom in her vaginas because I don't want to see her.
Yeah. You don't want to see the monkey.
I don't want to see her the roast beef or whatever's going on down there. So I don't know. Like, it didn't surprise me. I was just like, okay, like another one. Another one. Like we're being so desensitized.
Desensitized. No.
Desensitized.
What are the
What's that word? We're getting used to it. Okay. we are so used to it. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that the only way that this would shock me anymore if I see it in person, because we see this all the time.
Yeah. That's why I don't go to gay parades. I don't want to see that shit live.
I've never seen. Oh, yes, I have. Yeah. The most amount that I've seen like boobs in real life has been at gay parades. Yeah, like the.
I guess it did too.
I've never seen. I've
seen so many videos of it. I'm never gonna go.
I've never seen it in real life. Thank you, Jesus.
But that's the thing.
I've seen boobs at parades and at festivals.
Yeah, festivals.
I cannot stand that. Like, well, it's not that I can't stand it. I'm just like,
it's not the place.
Girl, why? It's not even that it's not the place, because it is the place. Like, if there's the place to do it, it's there. But I'm just like, why? Why do you want to be naked in this dusty ass field? Like, I know you're getting dust everywhere. Like, I know you're gonna get cold at night. I'm just like, why? Like, and you know that obviously at a rave you're like dancing and jumping and like the titties are going like, rah, rah, rah. It just looks so uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, girl, you're just naked. Like, there's this, you know, the one festival that I go to every year.
Yeah.
You know that I camp.
Yeah.
When I say, it's literally like car after car after car. It's just like a row of camping people, like tents. The amount of people that just stand outside in like their little hammocks or like their little Enos and just butt ass naked tan. Like, we're in like, I don't know, like we're in the 70s. I don't know. It's weird. But I mean, they're also very like, you know, like
mental.
Like, no, not mental. There's a lot of extracurriculars happening.
Oh yeah.
So
they're not connected to reality at the moment.
They're not. And this is from like my own experience. When I was doing the extracurriculars, I'll never forget this feeling. I wanted to take my clothes off. I was like, I did it. I did. I was wearing like a crop top, and I was wearing like a cute bralette, like you know, to be seen. Like, it's like something you could wear outside.
Yeah. And
I was like, I want to take my clothes off, and I did. I took off my top, and I felt so free. It was crazy. Like, it was just one of those things that you're only feeling because you're doing extracurricular things.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get it. I'm like, yeah, like being naked when you're like this and the other, it feels good. Like, you just feel so freeing and this and the other. But again, you should. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Facts. I don't know. It's just a drug.
Extracurricular
activities. Make it feel some kind of way. That's going on the video. We covered it for too long. Be high, motherfucker.
Extracurriculars.
I mean, there are extreme cases of people feeling trapped with clothes, and there's been extreme cases where people even rip off their skin because they feel trapped inside their skin. So you gotta be careful with that shit.
That's a scary feeling.
I bet that's scary. I've never been there. No.
You don't want to be there.
I don't want to be there.
You don't want to be there.
I've always been careful, especially because I think I have an addictive personality. So once I get hooked up with something, it's really hard for me to like distance myself.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not try like nothing too crazy. I've done a couple of crazy things, but not being. I haven't been hooked up to it, so I'm thankful for that, and I'm trying to. I'm getting too old for that shit.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, like people that you see like in their 30s still wilding like this, I'm like,
yeah,
You look like shit. Like you look like
45.
You look 30. You don't look 30. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially young people. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, dude, like, how are you?" They're like 21. I'm like, "Bro, you look 35."
yeah. But we're digressing. Back to Miss Bianca and Mr. Kanye.
G.
Literally.
Jeez.
You know, it was a statement. I think it was just a statement.
A statement to say what the fuck what?
That's the question. What were they trying to say?
Nothing, I guess.
What's the point? Like what? Like
there's no point to it. It's just like for attention.
Controversy.
I mean, they went viral. A lot of people's talking about it, so they're relevant.
The news is talking about it. But like, you know, every time this happens all the time, whether it's the Grammys or the VMAs. Remember when Miley Cyrus twerked like a chicken?
Yeah,
that was a viral moment. Like, it's just.
But I feel like in her case, she was making a statement because she said, "I don't want to be the Disney kid anymore."
Okay,
so she broke from. Okay, so
she has a reason.
She had a reason. Maybe
that
a
was
stupid
the
reason.
message.
But that was a message, and like I can kind of understand it because she was a woman by that point. She wasn't a kid anymore. So I mean, it was a crazy way to say it, but that's what she did.
Okay, but at least I like that. There was a reason for it. There was a message behind it.
But what?
That's what I'm asking. Like, what is the message?
I don't think there was a message, especially because.
What's the fashion message?
I think Kanye is good. But I feel like sometimes people look too hard into the things he does. The dude is crazy at the end of the day.
You think he's crazy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You cannot act like that and just be normal.
I think you can say that about all artists.
There's some genius to his madness, but he just pushes it too hard to the point that it's just uncomfortable. How many compilations are of him just going off the rails on random shit?
Yeah.
He has to be a little crazy.
But you could say that about anybody. But okay, this is also not the first time we've seen people naked on the red carpet. Like, naked dresses have been a thing. I'm not gonna go back to the 80s, 60s because I wasn't alive back then. But like since the 90s, like Cher wore a naked dress at some point. Actually, I was seeing this article literally just now. It came up. Because I looked up naked dresses throughout
Grammys
history, VMAs, all that stuff, and the first one that came up to me, it was in the 90s, and it was the girlfriend of Marilyn Manson.
Oh yeah.
What's her name? What's her name?
I don't know her name. I don't know her name, but I know who you're talking about.
We need to know her name.
But what about her?
So
That's bananas.
I saw it on TikTok. Rose McGowan.
Okay.
Rose McGowan. Yeah. So in the 90s, in one of the Grammy ceremonies, she showed up with Marilyn Manson in a naked dress, and it was like super controversial back then in the 90s. But I looked at the interview right after that, and she was like, "I did this because this was right after I got essay."
What is that?
Sexually assaulted.
Oh.
By Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, that's great.
She was like, "This was my gladiator moment of, you know, when he's like, 'Are you not entertained?'"
Yeah.
She said, that's how she said it. Like, it's a quote from her. This was her moment of saying, "Are you not entertained?" I don't know exactly like what went through her head. I mean, when you're in that type of trauma,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to pretend that I know because I don't know. For real.
Definitely.
But I'm like, okay, that had a statement. She was saying "F you" to Harvey Weinstein. By going naked, it's a little crazy. I get it.
That's my thing.
I mean,
it doesn't add up.
I understand why you say
assaulted like that, then you feel dirty in a way. From what I've read,
right?
I like you said, I haven't experienced that, so I'm not trying to pretend that I do. But
that's the common. Yeah, there's a lot of people that say that they feel dirty. They feel
Yeah, so it would not make sense in my head that you would expose yourself, your body like that after it was violated in that regard. You know, like it seems like.
I get it. I get where you're coming from, but as a woman, I could also see her perspective of being like, I have been violated in the most vile way, I don't care. Like, I could also see that happen. I could also say, like, you essayed me, like, fuck you. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna be naked. Like, you know, like I can see not exactly what she thought, obviously, but I can like see little nudges of like, okay, I can see how this would be like an act of rebellion and maybe a little bit healing or not healing or maybe more damaging. Whatever it is, it was so recent after her assault. It could be viewed as a moment of bravery or a moment of more hurt for herself.
Yeah.
Because of what you said. Like, I get it. Again, there's a statement behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn Monroe, when she sang "Happy Birthday" to Kennedy,
in
that naked dress, like, what was the message? What was the message there?
Maybe that's what she had to.
That too. But what was the message? Like, hey, I'm trying to bang this president. Was she saying like, everybody knows that we're banging, and here it is. Like, maybe just like you're right, we're banging. Look at him. Look at me. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, yeah.
But Marilyn was that bitch.
Yeah,
like she was that. She was all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah, she was.
But that kind of negates your argument because she was also very sexual. She wanted to be perceived as that.
I guess I have to live through the times because looking back, I don't think that she was that naked. But again, like you said, back then,
60s, right?
Yeah.
60s. Yeah. We weren't having today's red carpets. I think it kind of popped off in the 90s.
What? Going naked?
Like starting to get more naked.
I guess.
In red carpets. Like Cher started doing her illusion dresses, you know, like I don't mind things like that. Like Cher has really cool dresses that may give you the illusion, but she's fully covered. You know
okay, but that's cool though. That's art to me, you know.
Yeah.
That's the fashion side of it.
I will.
But if it's just like a random fishnet and you see everything through, like, bro, like,
that's not fashion. That's just putting something on.
That's just holding around.
Yeah, it's giving like stripper vibes. Like, I mean, you've been to a strip club, right? Yeah, like you just have the fishnets and that's
they
it.
They're literally hooking up. They're fishing for attention.
Yeah.
So you can pay for a fucking lap dance or something, or even more. How crazy is that?
Man will do it.
Man will do it. I've done it.
So yeah, we'll just pray. I mean, I think we're gonna get another one in a few years. I don't think this is going away.
Yeah, it just to me feels like she's living up to the expectations that Kanye was with Kim. So she's trying to updo Kim.
That's so funny. I just don't think like that. I'm
just saying from an outside perspective because, like you said and like I said, I'm not in the fashion industry, so I don't know nothing. Like I don't even knew who this girl was like a month ago when she went viral the first couple times for going naked. Yeah. So she's making waves that way, and everybody that is not in the industry compares her to Kim Kardashian.
You know what though? How is this not public indecency? How is this not like a misdemeanor? How is it like? I'm confused.
Because they're famous.
Okay.
For the same reason that Will Smith didn't get charged when he was at Chris Rock at the awards. Because they're famous. Because that was assault.
Yeah.
1,000% that was assault.
I mean,
he didn't get kicked out of the Oscars.
You know what? I feel like it's kind of like the vibe here. Like now that you mentioned Will Smith, it was kind of like because he was a private event that they were invited to. Like they just sorted it out. Like if it was at a party, like if I showed up to a party and this was my costume, I'll probably get kicked out, right? But maybe they wouldn't call the cops on me. They'd be like, "Hey, you have to fucking leave." Like, fuck.
But they didn't kick them out.
They actually did.
They say they didn't.
They say they did. I don't know if it's true or not.
I saw that. I see what you said, but they say that because what I read originally was that they showed up uninvited.
Yes.
And then they say like, no, Kanye was nominated, so they were invited. Exactly. They just choose to leave early, but they didn't get kicked out by the organizers.
I've seen those two statements, and then I've seen the third one where they were kicked out. They're saying like, "Hey, she's fucking." So we don't know the truth. I
don't think so, because knowing Kanye, he would have made a big fucking mess if they got kicked out. Knowing his personality, from what I've seen, he has made more noise for less. So if he got kicked out of fucking the Grammys, he would say something right there and there, and that would have gone viral, just like she did.
But like you said, like he likes to make things big. I think that this is what he wanted to make big. He doesn't care about the nomination.
But that's what I'm saying. If he
Kanye
got
is
kicked
who
out,
Kanye is.
if he would have got kicked out, he would have been like, "Who the fuck you think you're kicking out? I'm Jesus. She's my wife. She's gonna stay with me because she's with like she would. He would have made a mess. He would have made a life. He would have gone viral. We would have known that they got kicked out that night.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I don't know.
I don't think they got kicked out.
It's not giving that they got kicked out either. Especially if somebody said that they were invited. He was literally nominated. I don't know what for. I didn't even know he put out a song or an album or some shit. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like
that's what I read. I only know one of his songs.
Yeah. So it's just bananas. Bananas. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10.
For like what? The dress? The situation?
Yeah. Just overall.
No,
just overall. Because I mean it got us talking. Like we're talking about it. Like it is news, whatever.
Probably.
No.
No. We're gonna blur it.
No, you're gonna blur my foot.
Put some fucking socks on. That's what I do.
Alone. I'm comfy. Anyways, again, I think this is gonna happen again. I'm getting a little bored of it. If we're gonna do naked things, let's make them interesting. Like, if I wanted to see a naked body, I would just go online. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you're gonna give me a fashion statement with your naked body, then give me. But I was gonna say give me a fashion statement, but she did give me a fashion statement.
Yeah, but also
give me something that I'm like, oh hell yeah. Give me something that I'm like, oh yeah. Like yeah. Like I'm down for this.
Yeah.
Give me a story. Give me a concept. Like what was the concept? Naked body. Okay.
Big titties. Woo.
Like
big titties. Everybody, you can see big titties
everywhere. So I'm just like,
none. We'll see. I don't think she got kicked out, but I don't think that was planned either. I think that's just like the way she is. I don't think she got forced.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I got one more topic for you.
Tell me.
Tell me more. That's all I know. Have you watched that controversy with Lyft?
Child.
How crazy is that? How crazy? Okay, so what would you have done if you were the driver?
I don't know.
I wouldn't say no either.
I don't know. If my tires were tired, like the guy said, I would have been like, "Girl, you're gonna break my car."
Exactly.
So tell us what happened. Tell us. Tell us.
So what was her name? This is a rapper girl.
Her rapper name kills me. Her rapping name is
Dank Dimas. Dimas?
Her name is Deja
Blanding.
Deja Blanding.
Whatever. She's a big girl. She is a big girl.
Yeah.
Literally, she's almost 500 pounds. Almost. We're like 2-3 pounds off. But
it was a 498. I was dead. I thought it was like 460.
No, it was like 490 something.
489.
Yeah,
I'm dying.
Like that's half a ton. That's half a ton. My poor Honda 2004 cannot carry that much weight. Like if that was my car, if that was the way I make a living, I'd be like, I'm not gonna risk my car, like the way I make money, just for this one passenger.
Yeah.
I would have been like, girl, no, like, I'm sorry, cancel.
So you're with the driver.
1,000%.
Honestly, I'm not mad at the driver. I'm not like.
And he was polite. If you see the video, he was polite. He was like, girl, with all due respect, you don't fit in my fucking car. Get out.
Uber XL.
XL, yeah, Uber XL, like
Lyft, sorry.
Like a SUV kind of car, so you can fit in that thing.
Yeah, he wasn't mean. He didn't say you
fast.
You didn't say you fast. He didn't say like. She said, "Girl, like, sorry, my car is going through it." And I think she was. This is where the news kind of bugs me. She had this attitude of like, "Oh, well, this is discrimination." Girl, if you're 500 pounds, you're discriminating yourself. Like, please be for real. Like, I'm sorry. Like, people, I have nothing against fat people. I really don't. I love everybody. But I'm like,
we need to bring bullying back.
We need to just be,
honestly. We
need to be, some sort of conscious has to be here. Like, I'm going to go back to one of my friends. One of my best friends. I love her so much. She's a little bit, just not. She is. She's she's overweight, borderline obese, maybe obese. I don't know what the exact number is for you to be considered.
She's fat as fuck.
She's fat. She's fat, and I love her so much. But then she want to do like hiking stuff or like activities, and I'm so down for it. And I'm like, girl, you can't. You throw up. Like you can't. Like I get that you're trying to do this and the other, but you can't. You know. And I like at that point, I'm like, you're doing it to yourself. Like I'm sorry. This is gonna be so controversial, but I have very little empathy for obese people.
Okay, but let me ask you this: she wants to go on hikes and all that kind of stuff because she likes it, because she wants to lose weight, or like what's the thing that bothers you about like her going on hikes?
What bothers me is that we have to take breaks.
Okay.
We have to take breaks every 10 minutes.
Okay, but let me put it this way, because I think that's a respectable thing on both ends. You know, like you get a little annoyed at her, like she's fat, like pick up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's trying to do better.
Yeah, and I don't.
So I think like in this case,
maybe
you're yeah.
I'm the bitch.
Yeah, because you as a friend, like maybe she's counting on you because maybe you like going on hikes, and she's like, okay, like she's one of the few people that I know that is active. So
wait, I never thought about it like that.
Like you take me hiking, so I learn from you. Because I'm a fat bitch that don't know how to hike.
I mean, here's the thing about that. I'm all for, if you're trying to better yourself, I'm all for that. But if I see you fatter the next time I see you, like, you know what I'm saying? And again, I feel so bad because everybody has their own body. Everybody, you know, but at the end of the day, everybody makes choices. You made a choice to be 500 pounds. Yeah, if you're 500 pounds, that's your fault. Like, you chose to stuff your face, like,
with McDonald's.
With whatever. And people want to say, like, oh, health reasons. There's nothing. Well, actually, I don't know. Don't quote me on this.
But it's 1% of the population.
There's nothing that makes you be 500 pounds. Or am I tripping?
There's a medical condition in which you gain weight fast, but that's like 5% of the population. It's not that many people.
But for you to be 500 pounds,
yeah, that's just you being obese. Like, you're just not controlling your.
I'm sorry, you're okay. Some people have things that you can. What is that? What is that?
Thyroid.
That is it. CP? No. POS. POS.
Maybe.
POS. Whatever the disease is. You know, like I get that there's people that can't lose weight or that, you know, whatever. But girl, 500 pounds is horrible. Like, why? Like honestly, it doesn't make me want to root for her.
This is, but I cannot, like, maybe you can say the word.
Hypothyroidism.
Yeah. So that's what makes you gain weight, but it doesn't affect a lot of people worldwide. I'll say that's probably like 5%. It's not a crazy number. So there's no, like, some people they'll be overweight, but not that overweight. That definitely screams McDonald's.
It's just like, girl, I'm with driver. Like I'm with, because like, yeah, like my guy's just trying to protect his car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just like, and what take offense? Like that. Honestly, that's a reality check. Like, girl, you're fat as fuck to the fact that you cannot fit in a car. Straight up.
I love it. Yes. I mean, yeah, the truth hurts.
The truth hurts.
Yeah.
So you need a big ass truck so you can get in the back. So they can move you. You know what I'm saying? And if you see her pictures, every single picture she poses on, she's in an SUV. You never see her in a car. You never see her in a Lamborghini.
She's never in the car.
Yeah.
She's sitting on
with the door open. You never see her fit in a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
In a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Why? Because you don't fit there.
It's just the delusion. I honestly think that she's doing this for publicity.
Yes, big time. Nobody knew who she was. I bet you.
What's her name? Dank? What?
Dank fat ass? I don't know.
Stop. Don't be fucking mean.
I'm not mean. But it's a reality check there. Lose weight.
Dank DeMoss. Whatever her fucking name is.
You told me not to be.
Okay, I didn't say her name was Fat Rapper.
Go ahead with
you. You know when I was listening to the news, I thought he said Dank. When they say Dank DeMoss, I thought they said tank. Yeah, I was like, bitch. You didn't know.
You're not helping.
Yeah, but it's Dank. Whatever that means. But here's the thing. I really think that she's suing for publicity. I don't think it's discrimination. I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
Like, he didn't say because, well, he kind of did.
it's not discrimination, but it's the fact that you don't fit. Like sometimes when you fly, and if you take 2 seats, they're gonna charge you for 2 seats. Like, bro, like it's not my fault that you don't fit in the space that we provide. Like, you need two. Like, you're gonna pay for 2 tickets. Same thing. You don't fit in a car. You need to pay for a bigger car, an XL.
I just feel like really really big people have this entitlement of like, because I'm big, I deserve 2 seats or whatever. Girl, it's not our fault you're fat.
Yeah,
it's like
even tall people like are okay with it. They're big by nature,
and they really can't control it.
Yeah,
like people that have like 5 foot long legs or whatever. Like, girl, like they're making it work, and I'm sure it's uncomfortable. I'm sure, but that's something that I could be like, okay, let me try to accommodate the best way that I can, because this is not your fault, but you being fat is your fault.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody chooses, and I mean, like, honestly, like all jokes aside, and controversy aside, how's your health? How are your organs?
I'm close to failing, probably. Like, that's not.
It's just crazy that the body can endure all that. Like,
the body's an amazing thing. Like, the fact that we survive putting all the shit that we put our bodies through, it's just nothing short of a miracle.
I just couldn't imagine feeling good. Like, whenever I stop eating good, and I like, let's say that I'm eating out for like a whole week. The next week I feel like booty cheeks, and I want to kill myself. Like I can't. Like, I just can't imagine how their body feels, how their mental feels. It's just like, and she seems fine. Like, she seems like a happy girl. She's obviously got her career. Like whatever it is.
But do you think that if she could, she wouldn't look hot?
I don't think she's ugly, right now.
No, I didn't say she was ugly. I said she would look hot, like this girl that we just talked about. Like the curves, the big butt, the big boobs.
I think so, because there's a niche for everybody. Like, there are some big girls that model lingerie or whatever, they're OF models or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like, she look good. She's big, but she don't look bad.
But there's a difference between being big, like still curvy, and just being like
obese,
like a round thing.
I mean, I see what you're saying. That's to each their own.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
I didn't see that. She's just a rapper. It's Dank. What's her name? Dank DeMoss.
But nobody knew her until today. Hey,
she's doing what she can. I mean, controversy sometimes is good publicity. So,
I mean, sometimes it's good, but it's good when you're on the right side. But when you're in the wrong, I feel like it's negative, because now people are gonna just go to her videos or her music and dislike it or put negative comments on it.
That sounds like what you're gonna do.
I'm not gonna do shit.
Yeah,
I'm not. I have never done that. I will talk shit. I give you that. I will talk a lot of shit, but I will never take time out of my day to bully somebody else for something that I don't give a fuck.
Especially on the internet.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna Google her, but I know a lot of people that would. Like, if you go on her social media right now, I can almost bet that you're gonna see negative comments about like, oh, you fast, you don't fit in the Lyft, you should lose weight. Like, it's gonna be negative shit.
Well, her comments are now,
or maybe they're disabled because of the same thing. So I think that there's gonna be very negative things going on right now.
What's her name? Big Thing?
I guess.
What did we say?
She doesn't even have an Instagram.
She did. I literally just had it.
God damn. God damn. Bruh. Okay, so not to shit on her, but she only has 6,000 followers.
This is her weight loss journey. This is her main page.
Okay, 177K. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, like, check the comment. What's the last one? Disabled.
Didn't even look at it. It's just like, oh yeah, just yeah.
She filtered them.
She would definitely filter them.
She filtered them. And I mean, I respect people. I really do respect people that lose weight and they're on this journey to be healthier. But the fact that you did it that way is just wrong to me. Because the Lyft the Lyft driver is not a fault.
He's not.
Like
No,
that
no, no.
dude is just trying to make a living, trying to make his coin, and your weight could literally put in jeopardy the way he makes money. Like, girl, like be conscious. Like if you're all about being positive, then be fucking positive about other people's income. You know, like be respectful of that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that she was, and especially if that would happen to a fat guy, we wouldn't have this whole conversation. We would have made fun of it and be like, okay, fat ass next. You know?
And girls are more sensitive.
Yeah, but sometimes a little bully is good.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be the thing that really changes. You know, be like, damn, like, I just got kicked out of a car because I cannot fit and I'm getting bullied to death by the internet. Maybe she'll start eating healthier. Maybe she'll eat 3 salads instead of 1 a week.
I mean, maybe the fact that she has a weight loss journey page, I'm like, okay, like I have faith for you. But
the fact that she sued Lyft because it was discrimination, all that, like
Get
that's
her
when
coin.
you lose people.
Get her coin.
Fuck no.
Get her coin. Because
I don't think she's gonna win.
Because at some point it is. Like to a certain degree it is discrimination. Like
okay, but let's put it this way. If you were in a fight, if you were competing in a fight and you see this person that is like 6'5" and 250 pounds, would you fight him? Fight her? If it was a woman, why not? It's woman and woman. It's discrimination. Why are you discriminating this?
Because that's not my category.
That's not her category of car to fit in.
I wouldn't fight a big woman like that. You
Okay.
know, like, I'd be like, I'm out. Bye. Like, I'm gonna die. Like,
and same thing for the car. Like, dude, this is my car. This is how I make a living. Like, I'm sorry, but no, bye.
I get it from both sides. Like, I think they're gonna settle out of court. I think she's gonna get some money. I think he got fired anyways, so it kind of sucks for him.
Yeah.
I think that I think she's gonna get some sort of money. I can see both sides. I can see why she would say it's discriminatory, even though I don't necessarily agree with that. I can see why. Like, girl, you're 500 pounds. Like, please. And homeboy was just trying to look out for his car. Like, you know, it sucks that he got fired. But honestly, at the end of the day, I think that like this discussion really is. It's like if you're a really big person, be aware.
Yeah.
Like it is nobody's fault but your own that you're that big.
Facts.
And now you're having people to accommodate to you for your choices. Just like the plane thing. Like if I were to get sat next to somebody that was extremely like super, super big and like I'm uncomfortable and like they're touching me because of their size.
They're
squeezing, whatever. I'll be like, bro.
Imagine that person.
I will be mad at that person.
Imagine that person sitting in the middle seat.
That's not possible.
Exactly.
Like I would honestly be pissed. I would be so mad. I'd be like, bro. I wouldn't even say I'm sorry. I'm like, you're so big, you're squeezing me. Like, get the fuck out of my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's so mean. But like, bro, why are you that big? Like, I'm sorry. I feel so bad for saying that, but like, why do people get that big? What is the desire? You can't walk. Do you waddle? You know, that's not. It can't be.
You can't even fit in a car.
Like,
how about that?
Literally, just like this is your fault. Like, if you feel discriminated, just don't be fat. How about that? Go back to your natural body weight.
Yeah, because she doesn't look like a tall person either. So that's definitely not her waist size.
I mean, nobody's waist size is 500 pounds. Nobody. Okay, like.
I mean, some of the biggest people in the world were like what 350, but that's like big.
Nah, there's some big motherfuckers out there.
No, but I'm saying like natural body.
Oh,
you know, like really big men that fight or compete in some kind of way. That are like strong men.
Mm-hmm.
Like those dudes are like 300 pounds, but they're like muscle. You know.
You know
a little
what?
fat, but muscle.
You know what that reminded me of? Like the people that do like steroids and things like that. Your body is literally your responsibility. Your body is
your body's a reflection of your life choices.
Of who you are. Literally. Your body is your representation. So what it looks like is completely up to you. Right? And like if you do have a disease of some sort, you learn to live with it and
you learn how to control it.
Yeah, and whatever disease you got, you should not be 500. Just point blank period. Sorry. Like I don't hate the girl. I don't even know the girl. I don't wish her bad. I just here in the United States, it's so normal to be fat, and I don't get it.
But not fat.
Fat. obese, you know, and like, obviously I know this is not just like a United States problem. There's obese people everywhere in the world.
But we're number one.
The United States is number one?
I'm pretty sure.
Is it really?
I mean, number one or number two should be.
Okay, so I got the list right here of country. So the fattest country in the world is American Samoa.
So Hawaii.
It's American Samoa?
Okay.
Ain't-
Because
no.
Samoans are, what do you call the Hawaiian people? Samoa?
Samoa is a different country. Yeah, Samoa is its own country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you say American Samoa.
yeah, it's in America. I don't know what that's at.
Oh.
About the island. So okay, so the United States is number 10 on the fattest country in the world, which is about right. You know, like I'm not like I would be more impressed if it was like 20. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But shoot, I had a point on this. I had a point.
Go ahead with you.
I can't remember. I had to take a pee break. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, American. What is American Samoa?
Look it up.
What American Samoa.
That's why you can see that on the thing.
What? Sounds like a dog. American Samoa is a U.S. territory covering 7 South Pacific islands and the atoll.
I don't know where they're. Okay, where in the map?
Images. I mean, it says it's part of the U.S.
Okay, but where in the map is it?
I'm telling you, I feel like it's close to Hawaii and that kind of thing.
It is close to Hawaii. Oh, I mean, Samoa is here. It's in the middle of the ocean. Oh, it's closer to Australia. Oh, it's far.
Australia, and that's part of the U.S. That's
It's
crazy.
right. So Samoa is not Australia. It's not American territory, but it's like the line is right here.
It's an unincorporated territory of the United States located in the Polynesian region. Okay.
That's
okay.
crazy. All these
Yeah, sovereign state, the U.S. So we do own them. You know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
it's American Samoa.
That's what I'm saying.
That's funny because like Tonga was number 1 and it's also an island. That's crazy how these islands are number 1. And they're in the middle of oh wait, no, Tonga was number 6. That's crazy. All these like tiny little islands and they're well they also have less population, so it'll be fun.
One. But how crazy.
But yeah, Miss Girl, no hate to you, but just read the room. read the car. like also read your weight. Like, you know.
Be conscious about your size.
Yeah, that man got fired because of you. Like that was that man's living.
Whole income, yeah, living.
Like that's crazy.
That's
messed up.
That's where people throw hit her way. Because this is a normal everyday Joe that was just living paycheck to paycheck, probably.
And he was nice about it.
Yeah, and you're like a semi-famous rapper. You're making a living. You're well off foot. The fact that you can maintain that weight already feels something, you know.
Ooh, tea. That's true. Ooh, yes, I like that.
So
groceries ain't cheap.
So
Going out ain't cheap.
going out, that's not grocery shopping though. That's going out to fast food cheap. So I mean, in this case, the dude lost a lot more than you did.
Yeah.
You just got a reality check. He got a poverty check. You know that? Like, yeah, you're broke. Check.
Sign up for unemployment.
Yeah, so he is on the losing end of the deal in this case. So what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck's that? No, I'm definitely agreeing with you. Just it sucks. I feel bad for the driver more than I feel bad for the girl. I feel a little again. I don't like this entitlement that big people have. Like this, accommodate to me. Like, boo, you are the issue. You are the nuisance. Like, I'm sorry, and there's no hate because you're fat, but it's your fault that you're fat. Like, please, like,
don't put your mistakes on me.
I just feel like people here in the United States sometimes want to sugarcoat things.
Yes.
And they want to be like, oh, you're fat, but it's okay. It's not your fault because, like, maybe.
It is.
It's literally
a problem.
There's nobody shoving food on your mouth.
Yeah.
You know? gluttony is a sin, actually.
Merit. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, bring bully back, because sometimes bully does help.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you would, like I said, maybe these will help you start losing weight for real. Maybe you were just kind of fucking around, eating salad, maybe some pills. No, after this, after all the hate that you're getting, you're gonna hit the gym. Or maybe no, maybe you're gonna like get depressed and eat more. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I would go to the gym after this. I would feel so ashamed of myself. Like, I got kicked out of a car because I cannot fit how big I am.
Yeah, but this cannot be her first encounter on her weight being a problem to do something.
Yeah, probably.
Like, you get used to it. You know. Listen, I try to take care of my body. I try to take care of my weight. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, whenever I started putting on a little weight, I'm like, okay, how is this gonna affect me health wise?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I base it on. So I just can't imagine letting go of your body that much, because I'm thinking like, okay, you're however, she's young, she doesn't look old.
No, she looks in her mid-20s.
She's like in her mid-20s or whatever.
But this will definitely short your lifespan.
Yeah, like, how are you gonna be in 10 years? How are you gonna be in 20 years? Like, are you even your organs? Right. I can't imagine your actual stomach. Like, obviously, like, you're big, so imagine how big your actual stomach is. Imagine your liver, your intestines. Like, whenever I have a tummy ache and I feel bloated, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it out of the world?
Bring a salad.
Yeah, like, I'm literally like, bring me a salad. Like, I need some veggies. Like, whenever I feel like that, I'm like, I'm lacking veggies. You know what? I know I'm lacking veggies when just anybody in general, when people start to smell.
Like, wait,
sweat.
What?
When people are liking veggies, people start to sweat and it stinks. Yeah. You know who taught me that? An athlete. I don't even know who this athlete is. It was just like an interview.
So whenever you start eating veggies, you start to smell?
You stop. So like,
oh, you stop to smell. Yeah, okay. So because your body's cleaning.
Yeah, because their natural deodorizing, all that stuff. Yeah. And I never thought about it as like, if you're not eating enough veggies, enough greens, like, obviously it's healthy stuff, but I didn't think about like the odor that you're putting out.
I mean, you're like, it's gonna sound a little rude, but you've never been around a fat person that smells like McDonald's, especially a place like high school. I remember a couple.
I can think of a couple of people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you smell like what you eat, though. Some of you bitches smells like dick.
I'm not talking to you.
Anyway, let's wrap this shit up. I'm gonna start with the bad jokes.
The fact that he made himself laugh.
Let's go. I'll wrap it up. Oh boy.
It was not that funny. It was not that funny. Okay, we're just gonna wrap this up today. This is gonna be the end of that combo. Where are we leaving it off?
Lose weight.
Don't be fat. Just don't be fat.
And don't be rude to other people. This wouldn't happen if he was a guy. I almost put money on it. It became,
You know what also wouldn't happen if it was a guy? If the naked thing was reversed. If it was a naked man.
Oh yeah, imagine a naked dude with like his hong hanging out.
He would have been tackled.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Especially if he had like a big thing, you know, like something that hit your knee. Yeah.
Like an elephant type?
Yeah. Like something hit your knee, you'd be like, oh, bro, there's people watching this show.
Okay, well, there's people watching the show. We still watch her punani, and we watch her watermelons. You know, like, they were out there.
Watch the snatch.
Yeah, craziness.
All
right. Y'all eat healthy. Don't be naked out here. Put some clothes on, okay? Put some clothes on, please.
Be decent human beings around.
You can look sexy, not vulgar.
Fine line, people.
It's a fine line.
A lot of people have blurry.
Hey, I've been there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, whenever I think of like my very first outfits when I started to go to my festivals, I wanted to dress like super skanky.
That's good.
And I did it once, and I was like, "This is not for me. Like, it's just not my vibe."
Let's go.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening to this episode.
Let's try to come back.
Yeah. To bring it all around. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go, brother.
Thank you so much for listening, y'all.
I'll see you next time, people. Peace. Thank you, everybody. Me too.
Yeah.